Good morning, Northwest Georgia. Welcome to your weather on North Georgia Television. We started out this morning with steady rain. Expect that to continue most of the day, on and off throughout the region. Thunder's possible. We're looking at a high around 58, and then a low this afternoon around 40. Winds will be light and variable, and a chance of rain 70%. Tonight, clouds early, then clearing late. In Calhoun this morning, you were at 52. Expect 56 by midday, and then 59 this afternoon. In Chatsworth, 52 this morning, 55 by midday, and then 58 this afternoon as well. In Chickamauga, you started the day out at 50. 55 should be your temp around noontime, and then 58 this afternoon. Cohutta looking at 50, 55 expected by midday, and then 57 to top out the day. Dalton, you had 51 this morning, 55 at midday, and then 58 this afternoon. And in Fairmount, up at 54 this morning, expect 57 by midday, and then 60 later this afternoon. Fort Oglethorpe, you're at 49 this morning. Look for 54 at the noon hour, and then 57 at the end of the day. And Lafayette, 50 this morning. Looking at 55 for your midday, and 58 this afternoon. And Ringgold, 50 beginning the day today, and then 55 around the noon hour, 57 for your high. Our 7-day forecast, we're looking for a high of 60 on Saturday. Looks like it'll be partly cloudy in the morning and give way to completely cloudy skies in the afternoon. Winds will be light and variable, and lows overnight around 46. There should be more periods of rain on Sunday with thunder possible. A high of 60, then a low down to freezing overnight with cloudy skies. Winds north-northwest at 10 to 15. On Monday, we're looking at a high of 44, some sunshine along with cloudy intervals, and much colder. Winds north-northwest at 10 to 15, and then a low of 22 on Monday night, with a few clouds from time to time. Tuesday should be mostly sunny, along with a few afternoon clouds. High around 41, and then a low way down into the upper teens. Wednesday, sunny, high of 41, and a low overnight around 24. Then Thursday, mostly cloudy, a mix of sun early and then becoming clouder later in the day. High of 52 and a low of 37, and that's your weather. Whatever the weather, we hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. And here are the area obituaries. Mrs. Peggy Sue Smith, age 61. Peggy Sue Smith of Dalton passed away Tuesday, February 26th. A loving wife, mother, and grandmother. Services will be Friday, March 1st at 2 p.m. in the Chapel of Love Funeral Home with Reverend Blake Wilcox officiating. Burial will be in United Memorial Gardens. The family received friends at Love Funeral Home on Thursday, February 28th from 4 to 9 p.m. Mr. Starling Lawson, age 66. Starling Lawson of Dalton departed this life Monday, February 25th. Service to celebrate the life of Mr. Starling Lawson will be held Friday, March 1st at 2 p.m. from the Bull Creek Baptist Church in Huntsville, Tennessee. Interment will follow in the church cemetery. Arrangements are by Ponders Funeral Home of Dalton. Jesse Height, age 88. Jesse Height of Calhoun passed away Tuesday, February 26th at Gordon Healthcare. Funeral services will be conducted Saturday, March 2nd at 11 a.m. from the Calhoun First United Methodist Church with Pastor Ed Archer officiating. Interment will follow in Chandler Cemetery. The family will receive friends Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Thomas Funeral Home. Stella Margaret Day, age 45. Stella Day went home to be with the Lord Monday, February 25th. Stella was a lifelong resident of North Georgia, Chattanooga area. Funeral services will be held at 1 p.m. Sunday, March 3rd, in the Heritage Funeral Home Chapel, with Pastor Robert Cargile officiating. The family will receive friends from 4 until 8 p.m. Saturday, March 2nd, in the funeral home. Mr. Joey Wayne Swindle, age 42. Joey Swindle of Fort Oglethorpe passed away February 26th. Was a loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend to many. A celebration of the life service for Joey Swindle will be announced at a later date. Arrangements are by Wilson Funeral Homes. David Michael White, Jr., age 31. David Michael White, Jr. of Dalton passed away Saturday, February 23rd at his home. Memorial services will be on Friday at 2 p.m. at the First United Methodist Church in Dalton. The family will receive friends at the church from noon until the service hour. In lieu of flowers, please make donations to the United Methodist Church or St. Jude's Hospital. Arrangements made with integrity by Sean Chapman Funeral Home. William Bill Henry McGee, age 72. Bill McGee of Calhoun died Tuesday, February 26th. He was a veteran of the U.S. Army. The family will have a private service at a later date, and Bill will be laid to rest at Georgia National Cemetery. Arrangements are by Max Brannon and Sons Funeral Home in Calhoun. Marshall Lee Bailey, age 73. Marshall Bailey of Harrison, Tennessee, passed away at his home February 26th. On Friday, March 1st, a graveside service will be held at 10 a.m. at the Chattanooga National Cemetery. The family will receive friends from 2 until 6 p.m. at Heritage Funeral Home, Battlefield Parkway. A celebration of life will follow at 6:30 p.m. at the funeral home. Memorial contributions may be made to Bethel Bible Village or McCamey Animal Shelter. Betty L. Holcomb, age 80. Betty Holcomb of Ringgold went home to be with the Lord Tuesday, February 26th. She was a lifelong resident of the North Georgia, Chattanooga area. Graveside services will be held at 1 p.m. Friday at Anderson Memorial Gardens with Josh Kennedy and other grandchildren officiating. Arrangements by Heritage Funeral Home, Battlefield Parkway. Betty Jewel Ogles, age 89. Betty Ogles of Dalton passed away on February 25th at Wooddale Health and Rehabilitation. Burial will be in West Hill Cemetery, and the family will hold a private memorial at a later date.
Good morning, North Georgia. Thank you for tuning in to Local News. I'm Connie Hall-Scott.
And I'm Rose Cardona.
We are filling in for Adam and Aaron Scott today, who are away doing some Hollywood stuff, but they'll be back sometime next week. We'll jump right into the news. In the news today, Patients First Bill Act passes Senate, hemp cultivation clears hurdle, school bus safety increased, and Calhoun to hold public hearings.
Also coming up, 5 Murray special election canceled. Shaw helps Murray Animal Shelter. Calhoun BOE approves calendar. RHS senior signs with union. Upcoming Northwest Georgia events.
Earlier this week, the Georgia State Senate passed Governor Kemp's Patients First Act, sponsored by administrative floor leaders, Republican senators from Vidalia and McDougal.
Governor Kemp stated that the Patients First Act is the critical step toward moving innovative, accessible, and affordable health care for hardworking Georgians in every part of our state. Today, the state Senate took decisive action to deliver results for Georgia families by passing Senate Bill 106. He applauded the leadership of Lieutenant Governor Geoff Duncan, Senators Blake Tillery and Blake Strickland, and their colleagues who supported this measure for listening to their constituents and putting patients first. Kemp also said he is now looking forward to working with the State House to secure final passage of legislation.
A proposal to allow industrial hemp to be grown in Georgia has cleared a key hurdle, moving the state closer to joining the majority of states that have already green-lighted some form of hemp cultivation. The House overwhelmingly backed a measure that would let a dozen producers grow the new-to-Georgia crop. But that didn't happen without some behind-the-scenes work, said Representative John Corbett, a Republican from Lake Park, who sponsored the measure. He said that the biggest hurdle initially was educating everybody on the difference between industrial hemp and marijuana. Corbett said in an interview that it lacks the psychoactive properties that marijuana has, so it doesn't get you high. He went on to say that was because it's physiological thing, where you hear hemp, you automatically think marijuana. Hemp is related to cannabis, but it has less than 3% of THC, which is the psychoactive element in marijuana. Cultivation of the plant was legalized nationwide through last year's federal farm bill. Growers can apply for a permit through the State Department of Agriculture if they pay a $100,000 fee, which drops to $25,000 in subsequent years.
Corbett said that the goal is to give our farmers an opportunity to grow it and compete with the other 41 states that are already doing this. He also said that he sees CBD oil, which is increasingly used for its health benefits, as the hemp product with the most potential demand, at least initially. The plant has thousands of other uses, from clothing to makeup to construction material. Representative Robert Dickey, a Republican from Muscala and a peach grower, said Georgia is a very diverse agricultural state, all the way from apples in North Georgia to peaches in Middle Georgia to blueberries. And this is another tool in the belt of farmers that can help them diversify. The bill passed Wednesday with a 163-3 vote and now moves to the Senate.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp signed Senate Bill 25, his first as Georgia's 83rd governor, into immediate effect earlier this month. The bill, aimed at improving school bus safety in Georgia, is a reversal of a change put into effect only last year. Kemp thanked House and Senate leadership and all members of the General Assembly for their unanimous support of the important legislation. Republicans and Democrats all recognized that swift action was needed on this issue. When it came to ensuring the safety of our families and children, he said he is proud to say that they all stood together. The governor also thanked the two bill sponsors, Senator Bill Helt and Representative Jenny Earhart, for their hard work on SB 25. The new law reverses a change put in place only last year that did not require drivers on the opposite side of a roadway divided by a turn lane in the middle to stop for a school bus loading or unloading students. Under the new law, drivers must stop for the buses on roadways where there is only a painted turning lane between opposing lanes.
The Calhoun City Council will hold two public hearings next month concerning changes to two city ordinances, one concerning alcohol consumption at special events and the other dealing with recovering costs for structure demolition. The proposed changes to the ordinances had their first readings at Monday's council meeting. They will now be brought forward with public hearings at the March 11 council meeting. The changes to the alcohol ordinance were requested by the Downtown Development Authority. The changes are aimed at increasing the availability of areas which can be used for selling and consuming alcohol, namely beer and wine, during special events where food is being served as well. In addition to the 4 designated areas for alcohol consumption during special events, BB&T Park, the depot parking lot, the city parking between Park Avenue and railroad tracks at the city green space on South Wall Street across from City Hall. The changes would now create a controlled festival zone on Court Street from Wall Street to King Street to Park Avenue, from Utuchuga Street to Harlan Street.
City Attorney George Govington now said another feature of the ordinance changes is the beer garden space. If alcohol is being served at these designated areas mentioned above, there must have signage and fencing around the perimeter disclosing that alcoholic beverages must stay within those boundaries and not be consumed outside of them. Also, there must be uses of wristbands to indicate individuals whose legal age to drink has been verified. Thank you for watching your local news. We'll be back in a few minutes.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
While the word cancer can strike fear at the deepest level of our souls, in the case of skin cancer, the prognosis is very good. Basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas are the most common and are not normally included in cancer statistics.
Our office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of skin cancer.
If you're concerned about a mole or freckle that may be changing, give us a call. Most treatments can be performed in our office in about 15 minutes with very little discomfort.
I am Ron McKinney, pastor of Kinsey Drive Baptist Church in Dalton, Georgia. KDBC has been the birthplace of several Christian organizations. It was the birthplace of Christian Heritage School 30 years ago, and through the Academy of Fine Arts, L'Abri Symphonic Orchestra was founded by KDBC members Gene and Betty Lindauer. The ministry of KDBC reaches around the world with the missions of To Every Tribe Ministry, and I was a founding member of North Georgia Fellowship of Christian Athletes in 1992. Majesty is the longest running television program on North Georgia television. For 28 years, we have faithfully proclaimed the doctrines of grace. Kinsey Drive Baptist Church welcomes you to visit at 2626 Kinsey Drive on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Our website is kinseydrivebaptistchurch.com. To God be all the glory.
Hi guys, I'm Frank Pinson. I want you to tune in on these following show times to watch 101 with Frank Pinson. The show is based on people doing great things in and for your community, our community. Now those are doctors, lawyers, students, teachers, anyone doing great things. So guys, you know the motto, don't just be great, always inspire, motivate, and teach others to do the same. Now that is what we do, and I hope you tune in to WDNN TV. Just click on the website, or you can follow it right here, www.thefrankpinson.com, and watch any episodes you like. See you soon.
First Bank of Calhoun and First Bank of Dalton are proud to serve our communities, providing the products you need plus the personal service you expect from your hometown bank. We offer the latest technology, like customized instant-issue debit cards, InstaPay, and more. And with our experienced First Elite bankers, switching to First Bank has never been easier.
Stop by and see what sets us apart.
First Bank of Calhoun and First Bank of Dalton, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Judy Elliott, inviting you to join me on Lifestyles for Women show on WDNN TV. This year brings exciting new topics that women like to discuss or just know more about. Subjects like ways to look and feel your very best, travel, family, health, and sometimes just fun girl talk. It's always exciting, and we invite your suggestions. Just message me on Facebook at Lifestyles for Women, or for more information or to watch us online, visit WDNNTV.com, Lifestyles for Women.
Hi everyone, I'm Judy Elliott.
I'm Jane Marie Wilson.
And join us for our second season on Southern
Sassy. This season, we are going to do a day in the life of a fireman. We learn how to belly dance and ride horses.
And wear our wedding dresses.
They still fit, by the way.
Only in the front.
So join us for that and much more this season.
Catch us on OptiLink Channel 6
and WDNN Channel 10. Like us on Facebook, because you never know what you're going to find
on Southern Sassy.
Rose, I understand some interesting things are going on in Murray County.
Oh, yep, there are. Turns out no one qualified for a special election seat for Murray County Board of Education. Both elections officials and Murray County school spokesmen said that means the Board of Elections will have to call another special election and hold qualifying again for the District 5 seat. According to Georgia Secretary of State's website, the next date for the special election can be held is June 18th. Murray County Schools Director of Administration Mike Tuck and Ray Engel will continue to fill the District 5 seat until the election is held or he resigns.
Engel was selected on September 24th of last year by school board members to fill the unexpired term for the District 5 seat previously held by Mitchell Wilson, who moved out of the district and could no longer serve on the board. That term ended on December 31st, and shortly before that, board members unanimously reappointed Engel to serve in the seat until a special election is held to fill a full 4-year term on the board. That special election was to have been held on March 19th, Engel said Tuesday, as he had expected to run for that seat when he was first appointed, no longer feels like he would be able to devote the time to the school board that he thinks it deserves and didn't think it was fair to the kids to run if he couldn't put in the time. A native of Dalton and a sales associate for Floor Productions in Dalton, Engel has lived in Chatsworth with his wife Marty for 14 years.
Last week, a group of Shaw Industries employees and engineers visited the Murray County Animal Shelter to make improvements of efficiency of the feeding system. According to Murray County Animal Control Director Lisa Green, Shaw came to them and asked if there was anything they could do to help out. Currently, a team from Shaw led by Scott Davis is working on engineering a better system to feed dogs, reduce food aggression, and cross-contamination from bowl sharing. The vision of Shaw is to create a better future for their customers, their people, their company, and their communities. They value opportunities to serve with their associates to address needs in the communities in which they live and work. According to Deanna Mathis, Director of Community Outreach and Corporate Giving for Shaw Industries, Scott Davis and his production planning team are a perfect example of Shaw associates taking leadership and skills used every day in their individual roles at Shaw and applying them to serve their community.
At the Calhoun Board of Education meeting Monday, members approved the proposed 2019-2020 school calendar after receiving staff feedback, and also approved a purchase of a new school bus and recognized several accomplishments within the district. When the board proposed the 2019-2020 school calendar, school officials said they wanted to hear the opinions of staff and parents before making a well-informed decision regarding incorporating more flex days and an August 8th start date. Principals of Calhoun Primary Elementary and Calhoun Middle agreed that the flex days will provide for professional development that is vital for the growth of teachers and students. The addition of more flex days would create more learning opportunities during summer and breaks and allow space for educational camps during the summer. Superintendent Michelle Taylor saying that while the proposed start date of August 8th might seem early, it's not as early as most districts in the state, which are planning to start school on August 1st. Adding that what's best for the students certainly drives how they put together the school calendar. In addition, the board approved a motion to buy a new bus for $110,000 with state allocated funds. According to Director of Facilities and Operations Tom Griffith, over the past 3 years, the district has been trying to decrease the average age of school buses. And while the state provided enough funds for the board to purchase 2 buses, Griffith was only focusing on one as of Monday.
Among district-wide recognitions at the meeting, Lisa Archer, math teacher at CHS, introduced Key Club members who participate in Big Jackets Little Jackets mentoring program, where they partner with younger students and meet one-on-one with them regularly, making a big difference in their lives. Also recognized by their principals were the counselors in their respective buildings at their work with both students and staff members. The counselors have so far this academic year made 22 referrals to the Division of Family and Children's Services, 45 crisis interventions, and 60 mental health referrals. Matthew Tucker and Sean McKenzie were recognized as the system's star student and teacher at the meeting. Turner, a senior at CHS, earned the highest single-seated SAT score for the school's graduating class of 2019 and selected Mackenzie as his star teacher. Turner is currently interviewing with Stanford, Georgetown, and Harvard. Brooke Laundrie was also acknowledged for her project being one of the 140 chosen to be displayed at the Georgia All-State Art Symposium among 1,000 other entries. She also recently won a monetary scholarship for her project. Landry will be attending New York University in the fall as a collaborative arts major. CHS's Future Farmers of America chapter were recognized for their leadership during FFA week. 8th grade student Brandon Webb for being the spelling bee winner for Calhoun's middle school and 14 CCS students who qualified to compete in the statewide technology competition. Lowry Duggan was recognized for receiving a perfect score in the local 4-H competition, and the swim team was acknowledged for the girls placing 5th in the state and boys placing 2nd.
North Georgia Television salutes Calhoun schools and the many accomplishments of their staff and students. Bridgeland High School senior Calvin Dallas put his name on a letter of intent with Union College in Barberville, Kentucky. The Bulldogs are a member of the NAIA's Appalachian Athletic Conference. Dallas, who collected 45 tackles and 26 assists as a linebacker at junior, made the leap to first-team All-Region 6 AAAA status this past fall. He finished his final season as a Panther with 80 tackles, 36 solo, with 2 going for a loss. He also had 1 forced fumble and picked off 1 pass to help Ridgeland reach the 2nd round of the Class 4A state playoffs for a 2nd consecutive year.
Bridgeland interim head coach Kip Klein said that 5'9", 180-pounder, that when you look at him, you don't think of the prototypical linebacker, and that he's got the speed, he's got the eye for the game, he can get where he needs to get, and he always seems to be right there at the point of the attack. He's put up a lot of numbers for us for the past couple of years, and he's been a focal point of our defense. He's right there in on everything, and we're going to miss him a lot. It seems like he was always the one lining people up and getting them where they needed to go. Dallas said that he really liked the campus at Union, which is located just 2 hours north of Knoxville, Tennessee. Bourbonville is a small town like Rossville with a population of just over 3,500 people. Klein said that he believes Dallas will be a good fit for the Bulldogs, who are coming off a 2-8 season, and that he has a good head on his shoulders, the heart for the game, and he'll work hard. The coach added that he'll be the kid that stays extra and does the little things, like working on conditioning, speed, footwork, and gets where he needs to go.
Congratulations, Dallas, and all the best in your future endeavors on and off the field. That's a lot of good stuff going on. A lot of people doing some great things.
A lot of people doing a lot of good things.
Yeah. Well, thank you once again for tuning into your local news. We'll see you soon.